Another question that I have now, a common wisdom today that the theory of the book 1984 is wrong. In other words, you can express any idea in any language. And if you don't have a particular word in a particular language, you will eventually come up with a new word for this. Now, but after reading some of Guy Deutscher's work, do you think that although this is the case, the language itself in some aspect color the thinking of people? So we said, if you think in one language, it will color the way you look at the world, your thinking process, or there is no coloring whatsoever.
There is a thesis, it's called the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, which goes back about 80, 90 years.
Yes, but after your work, Sapir was before your work. I say after your work, after what Chomsky and Pinker have shown us, after everything. Now, do you think that in some aspect, not all the aspects, language does make a difference?
Well, I was saying this thesis has been explored experimentally for about 70 years now in efforts to try to show that the language you speak shapes your understanding of the world, your interpretation of things, your perception, and so on. Very little evidence. There's superficial changes, like in a language that doesn't have words in a certain region of the color spectrum, say the red-pink spectrum. Well, their speakers of that language will have reduced, limited capacity to make distinctions that you have if you have the words. But that's trivial. You have a way of using it. But there's almost nothing that's been found that goes beyond that. So there are many languages, most languages, except for, great number of languages, have no words for numbers beyond the small numbers, maybe up to 4 or 5. But when you investigate those people, turns out they have the number concept. They just use other means to express it. So if they want 10, they'll go like that. If they move into a market economy, they can handle it in no time. So the concepts are all there, and they come out. There probably are some marginal difference. Well, you're bilingual. You can ask yourself. Basically, you see the world the same way.
Yes. Now, the theory of Guy Deutscher, I think, is what distinguishes language is not what they don't let you express, is what they force you to express. In other words, when I say, yesterday I had a dinner with a friend, you, as an English speaker, don't know whether the friend is male or female, but in Hebrew or in French, I must give you this fact. I said, הייתה לי ארוחת ערב עם חבר, with a friend, or with a girlfriend, with חברה. So Hebrew and French force you to give these certain types of facts that English doesn't force you to give.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, okay, so what? Okay.
You have the same thoughts.
Yeah.
You just express them in slightly different ways. So male and female, you understand in English. If I say, the person was here, she left, I know what it is. Okay. These are it's true that languages express thought slightly differently, but when you look closely in the internal structure, they're no different. In fact, it may turn out even, we don't know this yet, but research is tending in the direction of perhaps showing that the internal language, the language that constructs thoughts, may be uniform among humans. The ways languages differ are the way we externalize it. And the externalization can be quite different. In fact, you can do it if you're deaf, you can do it in sign. It looks very different, but turns out the same thought processes are going on.
On this channel, you will see the authors of these books and many more having great conversations with me. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, and be part of this great community. See you in the next video.